Uh, well, thank you for coming out. I'm Governor Kathy Hochul, and I wanted to share this tradition with you and to thank a number of people who helped make this happen. And first of all, it's a little unusual, kids, to have a woman governor, but there's also someone known as the first gentleman, and that's my husband, Bill Hochul, who's been working very hard to make sure we keep our traditions going. So let's give a round of applause to New York's first gentleman. Also, the Jaffe family from Snowdance Farms, and I want to thank Mark and Susan and your children for participating here today. Let's give them a round of applause. This is an honor to have you. And of course, Sullivan the turkey. Did everybody meet Sully the turkey? Did you say hi? Okay. Very nice turkey. The best turkey in New York. So I'm very excited about this turkey. Jeanette Moy is our acting commissioner of general services. Let's give her a round of applause. Thank you, Jeanette Moy. All these important things you didn't know you'd be involved with when you took the job, right? Kevin Eunice, our executive deputy commissioner of Empire State Development. Kevin is here with his family. Good to see you, Kevin. And Kevin King, the Deputy Secretary to the Governor for Agriculture and Commerce, and agriculture is very important to our state. Also to the Governor's team, the staff who work so hard, who've joined us here. I want to thank them for putting this together, as well as the members of the state police who are here and brought their families, and thank you for all you do to protect New Yorkers every day. And I had a whole speech written for this, but I think I'm just going to wing it. Yeah, so without further ado, I want to make sure that we meet this nice turkey here. And so, you know, this turkey was in gravy danger before I decided to part him. You kids think that's funny, don't you? These are what we call dad jokes on steroids. But while some other turkeys tomorrow are not quite as lucky, this wonderful turkey will be actually chowing down on what they eat, bangers and mash. You know, how exciting. Do you ever eat bangers and mash? No, not. That's all right. That's turkey food for you. So actually, the reason we have state police here, we heard there was a turkey shortage going around. So I want to make sure we had all the protection to protect this turkey. So nobody took our turkey. So again, thanks to the state police for being here. And our turkey did not come here until they had a negative test for vaccination, for the infection of COVID. So we want to make sure everybody's safe here today. But I want to talk about a little bit of the history here. Do you know this tradition goes back all the way back to Abraham Lincoln? Have you heard of Abraham Lincoln? Okay. He had a son named Tad. Tad was 8 years old. And it was around the holiday time, and someone gave this turkey to President Lincoln as a gift for him to prepare this for their holiday dinner. But this 8-year-old son says, "Oh, Dad, I really like that turkey. Can we keep him as a pet?" So President Lincoln was the first person to say, "No, we can officially say that we'll spare this turkey from dinner and we'll actually let Ted have him as a pet." So anybody want to have a turkey as a pet? Just ask your moms and dads. I'm sure they'll get you one. Very nice pet. I'm glad my kids are grown up. Your kids, you're not getting one. So I just want to say a couple things, and we're having a lot of fun here today, and we're celebrating, first of all, our families and those who came out here today. This is special. It's been a very difficult time coming through this pandemic. We had a lot of sacrifice a year ago. Many of us couldn't be with our loved ones, our grandparents and our older siblings, and people just weren't able to come together because of the pandemic. And we're working really hard to get through this pandemic, and I want to thank the 80% of New Yorkers who are fully vaccinated and the 90% of New Yorkers who've had at least one dose. So I want to give one more strong message about the vaccinations. Get that second dose if you've only had one. If you've had 2 doses, you still have time today to go out and get a booster shot. If you've had your vaccination, your full vaccination more than 6 months ago, please get the booster. This is so critically important because it gives you that extra protection that you want to have when you gather with your loved ones tomorrow, because we're heading into a time where people will be together more often. So continue being smart. We're going to get through this. We've done great. And I want to thank everyone, because what we're thankful for at this Thanksgiving time is our families, but also our health. And let's make sure everyone we love is going to be able to join us again, not just for dinner this year, but for next year and into the future. So it's an exciting time for us to gather, but also we are conscious of the fact that there are still people who are out there in our hospitals, people who are sick, and I want to thank again the healthcare workers who are working around the clock to protect lives, and also a special thank you as well to the men and women in uniform who are with us here today, but those who are overseas who will not be joining their families this holiday season. So it's a perfect time while the kids are off school to get them vaccinated as well, the 5 to 11-year-olds, and I know that's going to be something you can do as a family together, one of your family traditions this year, so we don't have to deal with this again next year. So I actually have some official work to do. One of the things a governor does, kids, is we use a lot of pens and sign legislation, laws, but also proclamations. And I'm hearing this turkey over here sounds a little anxious, right? You hearing little noises out of him? I think he's just wondering if I'm going to sign something here or not. He's like, please, please sign this, Governor, spare me. So I think we can take care of this. I'll read this very fancy proclamation. See this, kids? That's what it looks like, okay? It's pretty cool. With this stroke of a pen, I'm going to say here, I'm going to abbreviate this because no one likes when governors read really long proclamations. So I know that, right? You like a little shorter? Okay, I can be a little shorter. But let me read a couple paragraphs. This is from the state of New York, the Executive Chamber Proclamation. Whereas millions of New Yorkers know the immeasurable joys, rewards, and comforts of owning a domestic pet or any of the breeds of animals suitable for domestication, that means like a cat or dog. However, the turkey has been consistently overlooked as a source of warmth and affection, and only is appreciated for its rich and juicy flavor when baked and basted to perfection. That has to change. So each November, the turkey takes center stage as we observe the American tradition of commemorating the first harvest celebration held by the Pilgrims of Plymouth Colony in 1621, better known to us as the Thanksgiving holiday. Yet, nobody really knows for sure if turkey was even served at that first Thanksgiving. Did you know that? Nobody's around here to tell us for sure, right? Think about that. While there's references to a feast that included wild fowl, defenders of the nationwide turkey population have cried foul since the early historical accounts of Thanksgiving include no explicit mention of the turkey as the featured entree. This is very suspicious here. So it's widely known that people ate duck and geese, deer, possum, squirrel, rabbit. We don't really know what they ate. So why the turkey? Well, in New York State, there are many farms that are homes to thousands of turkeys that have the potential for happy lives. And Snowdance Farm is the longtime residence of one exceptionally talented and special, a beautiful turkey named Sullivan, who we have nicknamed Sully. Sullivan the turkey has been known as to be one of the finest turkeys ever on Snowdance's grounds. And therefore, whereas Sullivan the turkey was considered as a candidate for the main course of somebody's Thanksgiving dinner, we say no. We are going to rescue Sullivan, and by my proclamation, I do fully release him from his captivity and save our good friend Sully the turkey. Do you support that? We want to save Sully the turkey. All right, let me officially sign this. Here we go. All right, we just see this pen. It is now official. Sully is saved. Now make it even more official. Look at this. Sully is saved. You kids can all try this later too. Let me go see Sully. Let me bring, this is the first, Sully.
How do you come up here, guys?